Well, I didn't go the conventional path for college. I moved to Nashville to join, the music business. So, songwriting and publishing was what I jumped into.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
When people want to do business with you, whatever the first thing they're gonna do is type your name in Google.
Yeah.
My
Yep.
goodness, that's what everybody do. They type your name. They want to see who you are, and something has to show up there that makes sense. And this is part
Yep. And
of being in business, right?
yes, and I'll say this, that particular business, whenever you would search for them in the very beginning, there wasn't much showing up. And so that was better than having bad things showing up. But even then, it made the person looking for you feel like, why isn't there more information? So that's where organic content and building that up before you start to launch at scale is going to be so much more helpful. But yeah.
Yeah, but then Nate, like sometimes some businesses are more challenging than the other one. The other day, a colleague was doing an event, right? And somebody told me, well, I'm not going to attend as a speaker because, I saw a few bad reviews. I organize events all over the world. Yeah, we don't have bad reviews in our event, but it takes a lot of work. And, we do events in front of thousands of people. And if one person is not happy, he will write a bad review. So we had to, at our events, we had to make sure that everybody has a lot of value. Everybody will get out happy and give us a positive review. Yeah. But when
Yep.
you're serving thousands and thousands of people, it's almost impossible. Honestly, I don't know how we are managed that because an event, anything can go. It's involve a lot of teams, a lot of things, and you have a large amount of people coming. And I don't know. Sometimes the AC can be at certain temperatures. Cold for one, it's hot for another one. Some people doing the office, the other things. So, how people can mitigate the risk, or what can be done in order to reinforce the brand for those ones that have good experience? Because bottom line, everybody that have a bad experience writes. Everybody that have a good experience don't write, don't say anything. So then when you type the name of the person, only the bad things appear, and it have a hard impact in the reputation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a couple things here. I mean, you've got the reality is as you grow and as you get a bigger audience, there will be negative things that are said about you. But if the overwhelming majority is positive, you need to figure out how to amplify that. So set up a process to incentivize people to leave you a good review. If you can incentivize folks and a process, maybe building referral programs and things like that, that's really helpful, and you'll get more reviews that way. So you got to ask for them. So I guess that's number one, ask for the good review.
Yeah.
But secondly, having some bigger names speak highly of you is really helpful for that first page of Google or for AI searches or whatever. Having major media publications or even like a YouTube verification check mark, all that kind of stuff really does help when you're growing a big audience, because then it makes you look credible to those that don't know you yet. But the biggest thing, number three, is going to be the majority of those that personally know you. That's your army, that's your tribe. And if you can make a good personal connection with people at scale, I see you do speaking. So if you can make people feel good and they just really trust you through your content, that's all you really need ultimately to, over time, make that majority speak for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Of course, that. Oh my. So, Nate, what are the when people wants to build that brand, that authority, right? That presence online. Again, there are different channels. So if people think that, well, that you have to become an influencer, you have to become a, a to have 1 million followers, you need to have been doing podcasts all day. And don't really, not really that. You, as an entrepreneur, they need to find the vehicle that works for them. If you like to write, maybe you can write articles on LinkedIn. You have to work to find also the platform that works for you. However, there is a challenge there because if most of your clients can be in LinkedIn, so then it's good idea to write articles in LinkedIn. But then what happens is 50% of your clients are in YouTube, and you don't want to show your face. You're gonna be uh, letting out the other 50% of your clients just because you're not comfortable showing doing video. So what can be done?
Yeah, that's a great question. Like, what platform should you focus on? I mean, it's certain.
Because there are
This
so
could we could
many, so
oh
many.
we could talk for a long time about these things. But I personally believe if you're doing a high ticket offer, I mean, it depends on your business. We really understand high ticket business opportunity, like investment opportunities, high ticket offers like that. If you're doing that, executive coaching, if you have a coaching program and you're selling it for at least 10K, something like that, you need to be on YouTube and LinkedIn. Those are very important, those two things. The reason we say YouTube is because video content is going to warm up your audience and they're going to know, like, and trust you better when they can consume it. If you're creating content, writing and videoing content that speaks to them. So I said that in the very beginning. That's the very first step. If you don't know how to speak to your ICP, then your content won't work. But to me, you can focus on YouTube, like with what you're doing, long form content, and then get it used in short form video on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually now pushing
We
video
literally do
more.
that actually.
Yeah.
We do
Well,
it. With this
and
broadcast, we cut it, we put it in LinkedIn. It
yeah,
goes to other
LinkedIn.
21 platforms. I don't know how my team do that, but they distribute this thing that we have in like 22
Oh, there
platforms.
are some great, yeah, there are some great tools that you can use to push it to other platforms, so you don't have to be on all of them manually. But I do believe LinkedIn it's a really good time to be doing video on LinkedIn because they're seeing how short form content is so helpful. And so, but to me, you got to have that content somehow. And so YouTube is a great long-term strategy. And then right now, it does put your video content in front of people. If you can, and search, people search for solutions to their problems, and YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. So
There
if
you
you can
go.
show up on search different keywords in YouTube, then you'll be discovered there as well. So yeah.
Okay, so why you decide to become an entrepreneur, Nate? Do you have any entrepreneur in your family? Tell us about your
Yeah.
journey. Why marketing?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, yes, I have entrepreneurs in my family. I grew up, my dad and my mom, so they went more of a conventional path, but my grandparents were very strong entrepreneurs, in a few different areas like real estate, farming.
Wow,
Um,
wow.
yeah, and farmers are, I think, some of the greatest entrepreneurs if you've ever done it. I mean, it's obviously changed a lot, but and then I grew up and I grew up in church, and then I played music in my church, and music is what ultimately led me to marketing because
Wow,
I didn't go,
really?
yeah,
That's interesting.
I didn't go the conventional path for college. I moved to Nashville to join, the music business. So songwriting and publishing was what I jumped into, but that was in 1999. And in 1999, 2000, Napster and the internet completely changed the music industry.
I
And so
remember.
that sort of thrust me into learning how to use the internet. I was so fascinated by the internet. And my band I played with, we started to use, things like eventually MySpace, if you remember MySpace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so that kind of got me into direct to fan marketing, direct to consumer marketing. And so, that was over 20 years ago
Well, the
now, but
music industry
yeah,
is a tough one, yeah. So,
yeah,
but if you are very good at direct to consumer, you might have a, a business there. If you're in the music industry, you can build a brand, and this is
yeah. I mean, that's a great,
someone like Taylor Swift is amazing. What she has done with the brand, my goodness, it's
yeah, you talk about personal branding. I mean,
personal brand,
musicians and
yeah,
artists are
yeah.
brilliant at that. They have a great product, they have an audience, and now they can direct, they can have a direct to fan relationship with
Mm.
with the internet. So,
But what do you think about the,
yep.
like, for example, in the music industry, let's say, right? Uh, we have seen we have performance like Taylor Swift, for example, with so strong brand that everyone that is young out there is following her. Yeah, I didn't know what she was, to be honest, until my girlfriend told me that she's filling stadiums and charging a lot of money. I'm like, what? And and I'm like, I'm saying, well, now she got my attention. Let me try to hear the music at least to understand. But the truth is, she has very strong personal brand, and she knows how to build that audience. She knows very well how to communicate with that audience. She knows very well how to build that brand, and therefore, she filling stadiums and people paying a lot of money all over the place. I think that more than the Rolling Stones, which I find it incredible that that that. But this is the world that we live today, and then we have on the other side musicians that okay, they are great at their instrument. They love to write songs. They love to play the guitar. But I don't think, Nate, if they don't develop some skills about building the personal brand, and learn a little bit something about direct to consumer, the chance is zero to succeed. Do you think?
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. Well, it's the same
No
principles for
way.
them. Same
I
principles
think
that we're talking about. Yeah.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.